War crimes and human losses after 1945. Soviet Union, various periods. War crimes, accusations of war crimes during World War II, example Katyn massacre, forced deportations, and later military interventions, e.g., Hungary 1956, Afghanistan 1979 to 1989. Human losses, Katyn massacre, approximately 22,000, Afghanistan, 1 to 2 million civilians. United States, various conflicts. War crimes, alleged war crimes during the Vietnam War, My Lai massacre, use of Agent Orange, Iraq War, Abu Ghraib prison, Afghanistan, and drone strikes. Human losses. Vietnam War, approximately 2 to 3 million Vietnamese civilians and soldiers. Iraq War, 2003 to 2011 estimates range from 150,000 to over 1 million Iraqis. Afghanistan War, approximately 170,000 to 240,000 people, civilians, soldiers and insurgents. Yugoslavia, 1990s Balkan Wars. War crimes, ethnic cleansing, mass rapes, and genocide, most notably in Bosnia and Herzegovina, Srebrenica massacre. Human losses, about 100,000 people during the Bosnian War, 1992 to 1995, including 8,000 in the Srebrenica genocide. Rwanda, 1994 genocide. War crimes. The Rwandan genocide was an ethnic cleansing campaign primarily targeting Tutsis by the Hutu-led government and militias. Human losses. Approximately 800,000 people killed in 100 days. Sudan, 2003 Darfur genocide. War crimes, ethnic cleansing and war crimes committed in the Darfur region by Sudanese government forces and allied militias, Janjaweed. Human losses, around 300,000 people killed, with millions displaced. Democratic Republic of Congo, 1996 till date. War crimes, multiple militias and national armies have committed atrocities, including mass rapes, killings, and the recruitment of child soldiers. Human losses, estimated 5.4 million people, largely due to conflict-related causes, disease, displacement, and violence. Iraq, Saddam Hussein, 1980s and 1990s. War crimes, chemical attacks on the Kurdish population, for example Halabja massacre, the Anfal campaign, and brutal suppression of political opposition. Human losses, around 50,000 to 100,000 Kurds, during the Anfal campaign, millions dead during the Iran-Iraq War, 1980 to 1988, and Gulf War, 1990 to 1991. Syria, Civil War, 2011-present. War crimes, the Syrian government, ISIS, and other armed groups have been accused of widespread war crimes, including the use of chemical weapons, indiscriminate bombing, and torture. Human losses, estimated over 500,000 dead, with millions displaced. Myanmar, Rohingya crisis, 2017-present. War crimes, accusations of ethnic cleansing and genocide against the Rohingya Muslim population by the Myanmar military. Human losses, around 25,000 killed, with over 700,000 fleeing as refugees. Russia, various conflicts. War crimes, allegations during Chechen wars, 1990s to 2000s, the 2008 war in Georgia, and the ongoing Ukraine conflict, 2014-present, intensified in 2022. Russian forces have been accused of targeting civilians, using banned weapons, and committing atrocities. Human losses. Chechen wars, approximately 80,000 to 100,000 deaths. Ukraine, 2014 to 2024 thousands of civilian casualties, with estimates around 25,000 to 50,000 dead as of recent counts. Israel, various periods. War crimes, accusations of war crimes during various conflicts with Palestinians, including disproportionate use of force and targeting civilians in Gaza and the West Bank. Human losses, estimates vary widely. Gaza conflicts have seen thousands of Palestinian deaths, with varying counts on each side. Ethiopia, Tigray conflict, 2020 present. War crimes, allegations of ethnic cleansing, mass killings, and starvation tactics used in the conflict between the Ethiopian government, Tigray People's Liberation Front, TPLF, and Eritrean forces. Human losses, estimated 500,000 to 600,000 civilians killed or starved. Yemen, civil war, 2014 present. War crimes. The ongoing Yemeni civil war has seen all sides accused of atrocities, including the Saudi-led coalition and Houthi forces, involving bombings, blockades, and starvation. Human losses. Over 377,000 people have died, primarily from indirect causes like hunger and disease, with 10,000 plus civilian deaths from airstrikes. Cambodia, Khmer Rouge, 1975 to 1979. War crimes. Genocide and war crimes under the Khmer Rouge regime, led by Pol Pot, involving mass killings, forced labor, and famine. Human losses. Approximately 1.7 to 2.2 million people. China, Tiananmen Square, Uyghur crisis, various periods. War crimes. Accusations of human rights abuses, including the violent suppression of the Tiananmen Square protests, 1989, and alleged genocide against Uyghur Muslims in Xinjiang. Human losses. Tiananmen, thousands dead, Uyghurs, unknown but potentially tens of thousands in detention camps. Turkey, Kurdish conflict, Armenian genocide legacy. War crimes. Ongoing allegations of war crimes against Kurdish populations in Turkey and Syria. Human losses. Thousands of Kurdish civilians in modern conflicts.